Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. And you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil. What about you?
Okay, I'm from the US.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What is your name?
I'm Richard.
Richard.
What is
Oh,
your
good.
name?
Very good. Gabriella.
Gabriela. So your nickname is Ella, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. And which state are you in the United States?
I'm in Colorado.
Colorado. That's great. I'm in São Paulo.
Okay, São Paulo. So you're the southern part of Brazil by the coast.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
exactly. The southern part.
Very good.
And I saw in your profile that you love playing piano,
Yes.
don't you?
Yeah, I've played piano for goodness, 13 years. Um,
Really?
yeah.
That's really fun.
Yes, yeah. And when I started university, I was going to be a pianist. So I was taking music classes and performance classes. Um, but I ended up deciding I'd rather keep music as a hobby and have a
Mm.
professional career in another area. Do you play piano?
I have been learning it. I have a keyboard. I don't have a piano because here in Brazil, a piano is really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought a keyboard and I have been using it
Okay.
for a couple of weeks. But I think it's too hard. And yes, do you know how to read? I don't know how it's called in English, but you have to like a manual of music. What is it called in English?
The sheet music where you
Partiture?
have little
Yeah, sheet
notes
music.
on the staff to tell you where on the piano to press the keys. Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Oh, that's really great because sometimes there are so many songs I like to play, but I don't know how to to do it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. What kind of music do you like?
I love playing melodies, you know.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I love playing video games, and there are so many songs that I'd like to play.
Hmm.
One of, if you hear the song, are you able to play it, or do you have to practice a little bit?
I have to practice a little bit. I'm really good at reading music and playing as soon as I've read something, but I'm not as good at hearing something and then playing it. But unfortunately, where I'm living right now, I don't have a keyboard or a piano.
Really?
So the only
Mm.
time I get to play is when I'm at church, if I maybe go early and play on the piano there, or if I go to the practice rooms at my university. So,
I
yeah.
see. Do you want to have that piano, that big piano? I don't know how it's
Oh,
called.
a grand piano?
Yeah, grand piano. Do you want to have it?
I would love to have a grand piano. I think they're just beautiful instruments, and I think you really can hear a difference in the tone and the richness of the sound between an upright piano and a grand piano. But grand pianos are expensive in the U.S.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably expensive around the world. Um,
And how much does that cost, approximately?
to get a grand piano,
Yeah, a grand piano.
um, wow. I mean, it kind of
That,
depends on how good of a quality one you want.
do you have, when you saw one,
Yeah,
how much did that cost?
if you just get like a regular Yamaha like baby grand, probably somewhere around like $5,000 to $10,000 would be my guess.
Five, $10,000.
Yeah,
Oh my God, it's
they're
really expensive.
expensive.
So in my currency, it will be like 40,000 reais. So
Oh my
it's a
goodness.
lot of money.
Yeah.
We can choose either buy a piano or buy a car.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, it's the same in the US. It's like, okay, which are you gonna buy?
Yes, we love playing piano, but we have to buy what is more necessary, right?
Exactly. You have to make the practical decision. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Very good.
yes. And
And
Do you want to say something?
No, go ahead.
And I also saw in your profile that you intend to travel all around the world, don't you? You have gone to a lot of countries, so that's really great.
Yes, yeah, I love traveling, and I think next on my list is either going to East Asia, maybe China,
Okay.
or I really want to go to Africa.
Oh,
So
Africa,
those
that's
are, yeah,
amazing.
one of those places.
Oh, that's great. I haven't traveled abroad yet,
Okay.
but I would love to. That's the first reason why I have been practicing a lot my English.
Mhm.
And a friend of mine, he had gone to South Africa,
Okay.
but he doesn't speak any English.
Oh
Do you
no.
know? So, and I said to him, "Oh, you're crazy, man!" But he said when he wanted to eat something, he did like, "I'm hungry, hungry." Like I can't do it. I have to know exactly what I want to say.
Oh, okay. So where would you go first? As soon as you have, the money and time to travel, where do you want to go first?
As soon as I have time, I'd like to go to the US
Okay.
for sure. Yeah, it's my dream to go there, as well as to go to London
Okay. Yeah.
in England. So those places are my dream.
Yeah. I've been to
And
London. London is incredible.
really, that's
Yeah.
great, especially because I've watched all Harry Potter movies, and it's like, oh, that's great, that's great. So, sometimes I don't have, sometimes I watch a TV show or things like that. I read something about the place, and I just want to go.
Mhm.
So I don't have any reason, for example, to know about the history. I do want to know about it, but sometimes there are so many things that I have watched that I need to see in person.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, especially Times Square.
Okay.
There are so many movies made it in there, and I need to take a picture there. It's it's my dream.
Oh, that is so cool. Yeah. Do you know
Yes,
I've never been to New York?
really?
Yeah. I've been to London, but I've never been to New York.
Oh, so you decided to travel abroad instead of staying in your country and visiting other places, right?
So I'm gonna try and do more travel domestically. So I want to see New York because my brother lives there. So it'd be good to see him, and I want to see Boston. You're talking about places that you've watched movies about that made you want to see it, and I've seen several movies based in Boston. So I really want to go to Boston.
Boston, that's great. And I also like to go to LA,
Yes,
Los Angeles.
I've been to LA. It's gorgeous
Have you?
city. Hmm.
That's great. What was it like? Have you met any celebrity?
No, unfortunately, no celebrities. Yeah, it was really nice. A lot of palm trees. There's a lot of traffic. Just to be,
Mm,
just honest about it.
yeah, I have heard that the public transportation there is not
Not very
good
good. No.
and the traffic is insane. Isn't
Yes.
that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So be prepared. But the beaches are great. The water is it's warm, and the waves are really good. I don't know if you surf at all, but there's a lot of surfing that people do down there. I don't surf. I could never learn, but if you
Me
do, it's
neither.
really great. Yeah, and then there's Beverly Hills and on the suburbs, right? There's all these beautiful mansions and celebrity houses. So yeah, it's a really great city.
That's really great. On the beach, are there dangerous animals?
There are stingrays.
Really?
Yeah, I had a cousin who got stabbed through his foot by a stingray. So you're supposed to, the way you walk when you're in the water is you're supposed to shuffle so that it'll alert the stingrays and they'll swim away. Because if you step on one, it'll stab you. But otherwise,
Mm,
there's no jellyfish, we don't have a problem with sharks, really. It's just stingrays.
But is it common to have that problem in LA?
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know, like, you know, how many people get hurt by stingrays in a year. I really just don't know. All I know is my cousin got hurt, so it does happen.
Is Brazil on your trip list?
It is. I've talked to a lot of people from Brazil and Cambly, and they've all told me it's beautiful. That especially, I guess, the northern part of the country, more so than maybe the cities like Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo. But they said beautiful waterfalls and beaches and.
Exactly. Where I live, especially, I live in the city of Guarujá, and there are 24 beaches here. So if you like to swim, this is the place.
Okay.
The weather here is warm, so every day is hot. It's really great because I love making. I love working out and doing and I love, for example, running and hanging out with my friends outdoors. So I love living here. It's a great place. So we should probably come here.
Okay. I will add São Paulo to my list.
Yeah, but I have to ask you anything. Do you know how to speak at least Spanish?
I don't. I speak French.
They speak French. And because we Brazilians, English is supposed to be our second language, but only 5% of people speak English fluently here.
Okay.
And so you may have problem. Only speaking in English. You know what I mean?
Okay, so maybe I need to brush up some Spanish before I go.
Yeah, Spanish is similar, and I have been also taking Spanish classes at the same time as English, and that's great. So
yeah,
but I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it.
Yeah, I love swimming, and I grew, even though I live in Colorado, I grew up in California. So I love body surfing, and you know, as kids making sandcastles and all that stuff. So yeah.
Have you taken swimming classes?
Yes, yeah, I know how to swim.
That's great. That's it. I don't know how to swim at all. Even though I live in a beach place.
Yes.
I don't know how to swim.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. No, my mom was a swim instructor when she was in college, and so after she got married, she was determined her children were going to know how to swim. So she would take us down to the local pool, and she would give us swimming lessons. So, yeah, I wouldn't win any races. I'm very slow, but I can keep myself above water.
That's really great. But how did you end up teaching English? What was to becoming an English teacher?
Yeah. So kind of two things. Last year, I was working with refugee children living in my city. And I would help them with their homework. And I just noticed how much I enjoyed helping them with English and, you know, explaining to them different words or how we use them. And then last fall, I was living in France for a couple months while studying French. And
that's great.
I needed a job. So a friend of mine told me about Cambly, and I've loved it. So I'm thinking I'm still in college. I graduate in May, and I'm hoping that after I graduate, I'll get a teaching certificate, so I can be a little more professional.
So you have been studying English?
I actually study geography.
Geography. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm not good at geography at all. I have graduated as electrical engineer.
Oh, wow.
And that's great. You told me you lived in France. So did you go there only to study French?
Yes. Hmm.
That's great. How long have you lived there?
I was only there for 4 months. So I took kind of
From,
1 semester of intensive French classes at a university there.
did that help you to become fluent?
Um, I think living there really helped me. I wouldn't say I'm fluent. I would say I'm conversational. I can talk about
Mm,
everyday topics. I can, do everything for everyday life, like go to the bank and, go shopping and such.
For example, what we are doing right now.
Yeah, so what we're doing right now, I speak very slowly, but yes, I can carry on a basic conversation about what I'm studying, what I do, what I want to do in the future. Yeah.
I
Uh,
see. Yeah, I have been studying in English to be able to talk about politics,
mm-hmm.
science, math, engineering, anything like that, because when I talk about those things, I get stuck sometimes, because I want to find a specific
Right.
word, a technical word, and it's really hard, especially in Portuguese. Sometimes I don't know the exactly name, but imagine in English.
Yeah. No, it was interesting. I was working with actually another Brazilian guy last week, and we were going through a business article. And there were some of the business words, English words, that he was like asking me, what do these mean? And I was like, I don't know. So I had to look up these words because I'm like, I don't study business, I don't know what they mean.
Yeah, exactly. That's what people have to understand when they are learning a language. We don't have to understand everything. We have to understand what we see every day,
Right.
what are our routines, right? For example, I don't want to, it's great, but I don't have I don't need to learn about medical words and things like that. But about engineering things, I'd like to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and this guy's interested in business, and I mean, it makes a little more sense for him to be learning that vocabulary. But it was just funny because he was like, "Aren't you the teacher and you don't know this stuff?" And it's like, okay, but I didn't study business, and every field has their unique words, right, that
Vocabulary.
they use. So
Exactly. Yeah, and I think people also that have to understand that it's difficult to translate from a language to your native language. It's not as easy as people think, right? Sometimes, how can I say this in Portuguese? This sentence, sometimes a complete text, and I feel like I have to read. I have to
yeah.
let me think. It's not as easy as you think.
Okay.
But
Well, it was
we
awesome
are,
to meet you, Richard.
yeah, we are running out of time. But thank you. Have a
Thank
great
you. Good luck with your job search.
you too.
Okay.
Thanks so
Have a
much.
good night.
Bye.